Hello, my dear ones. I'm kind of wanted to sit with just for a few minutes because I was doing a video talking about in our field, there's so many people that are ripping off people. And I was given information that wasn't correct about the Bali retreat, because I'm part of that Bali retreat. Christine Boyle and her boyfriend Thad, these are good people, and that retreat is going to be a fun retreat. So if anybody can afford to go to the Bali retreat, I highly recommend it. And if you've ever seen the pictures, I've showed you the pictures before, that's going to be fun. And I just had a meeting with the staff here. You know, right now, the negative forces are strong. The FDA is on the prowl, you know, for anyone using medical terminology or treatment-based thinking. There are others hurting others in this field. And I want you to know that I'm here to try to protect you as much as I can from that. It's not always easy to do that because we have a lot of individuals out there doing crazy things. And I suppose the word of the day is balance. Always try to stay balanced in things that you do, because you're entering a world of high energy, a world that is a world that few touch. And you guys are touching it. Some of you are way out there. I mean, some of you are fasting longer than I have on mono foods. And amazing, amazing. But remember balance, because it can take you, make you crazy. But the Bali retreat, I don't know if, I personally am excited about that. I hear it's for practitioners mostly. But I consider almost every one of you a practitioner. I mean, the FDA, the child services, the medical profession, they're so narcissistic. They don't believe moms and dads can take care of their own children. They don't understand simplicity and healing. And you're right, because they don't understand simplicity of chemistry. You know, when you get too intellectual, too academic, it can take you away from the truth, not give you the truth. You know, truth is more simplistic, as hard as that is for the mind to chew. But the mind is what keeps you in creation. Remember, the mind is the main component of creation, the powerhouse, if you will. Even though your awareness is the power, the mind is just a car. And without the power of energy, cars don't run. And you're the main energy. Your awareness is the main energy that runs all your bodies. But it's controlled when you look from the bodies to you, the awareness. The bodies warp or control that attention of yours. And the mind is the biggest controlling factor of that. I love all you guys at putting together retreats. I know I've been trying to put together this seminar, and it's expensive to put together these things and scary for you guys. And so I'm honoring Thad and his putting together this, because it gets scary sometimes when you put on something this big, the costs involved and things like that. But boy, would I love to be over there right now. The beauty of this. And I know there's a lot of you moving to Costa Rica and places like this because we realize the beauty of the tropics. The impact on our bodies are so much better. The quality of the fruit is so much better. So exciting in that way. I would like to see the States get more awake, but right now there's all kinds of things going on in the States that I don't know. You know, it's 60 Minutes. I don't know if you all caught 60 Minutes last the weekend, but I talked to you a couple videos back relating to the new pharmaceutical opioid that's 1,000 times stronger than morphine. They didn't mention the fact that it's 10 times stronger than fentanyl, but it is. And the best pills, worst pills, they've been after them for that. And against their own medical advice, the FDA has allowed this. And called the 60 Minute show was corruption, corruption, corruption. And that's what, there's one medical doctor, and I forget who was interviewing, and said, well, you're going to try to bring down the FDA. And I'm going, yeah, because they need to be, but not just brought down. That the head of that needs to go to jail and spend some time. Solitary confinement would be good, because that'll not allow that individual to get into themselves and realize that you can't hurt others. Money isn't worth it. Money, it's funny, the driving force of this planet almost. It's like, really? You never want to let money be a driving force. And I have to say that we have a lady, and I'm not going to mention her name because I'm not sure that she would want that, but gave us a rather large donation. Oh, when I think of that, made us all cry, because this donation can help so many of you that are trapped in bed, in your wheelchairs, and you have no money and no one to help you. That it's a big thing. So we want to give a huge shout out to this lady, that she's helping so many people, because the burden, we have the donators, and we love each and every one of you. You donate $1, we love you, because if 10,000 people donated $1 apiece, there's a lot of people that can get a lot of herbs and get their healing done. So when we live in that sad type of world where those that are wealthy just are focusing their wealth in not a positive way. Was it John Mayer on TV said that only the smart people live in California and New York, all the other people pretty much want to be like us? Really? Interesting narcissistic view. No, thank you. We're about helping others. We're God people, literally, and really see that in everyone. And so we want to reach our hand out and help. And Thad and Christine Boyle and those of you that are helping others and putting on these retreats, I love you. Not easy sometimes to put on a retreat like that, not knowing where your finances are going to be and whether you're going to get paid back for it. It's tough. I want to have a big seminar where we can all come to it, at least several thousand of us, and have more of a spiritual seminar as opposed to all just about health. And we're going to have our rooms where we get into iridology classes and stuff like that, because it's fun to go to a seminar and take different trainings and stuff like that. It's so much fun. But it's also fun to interface with those of you that are like-minded with us, because we've got the answers of healing. It might not be perfect, but each and every one of you are helping us to make it more perfect and more perfect. We're taking out those things that don't work and adding those things that work, like dry fasting. You guys are the ones that taught me about dry fasting. I'm very leery because we deal with so much of the advanced cases. And sometimes when you tell people not to eat, the medical profession goes, what are you trying to do, starve them? You're killing them. We get the blowback from the medical world that is unconscious about true healing. Their gig is not healing. Their gig is the treatment of symptoms, which they've called diseases. And if you fall into that as a practitioner, you can get in trouble, because that's their world. And it's hard because they've worked hard to making it common language. There is common language that is simply anatomy, physiology language, that is more university language, that is not medical language. Spasms and things like that. Even the word cure and health, these are not medical words, but they're trying to claim them. And it's like, are you serious? You're not about health, you're not about healing, and you're not about curing. These are 3 words that have nothing to do with allopathic thinking. You might hear that. Oh, we're trying to find a cure for, but that's all smoke screen. And those medical doctors that buy into that, they're buying into stupidity, because there is no curative value to the treatment of symptoms when you don't understand causative factors. And that's the big issue. If you don't understand what causes things and you treat those symptoms, that makes you the top killing machine on the planet. I don't want to be a part of the top killing machine on the planet and the top maiming of humans on the planet. Scary. It's scary when you follow the pathway of pharmaceuticals, the Rockefellers, the World Bank, and their agendas, and that's one world order. It gets scary about who is the allopathic community in the first place. Who have they become? Like in America, the big move towards socialistic thinking. Those of you from socialistic countries pretty much get that one. So it's tough to fight for freedom and the individual now. Those are the God people. That's the God side, the positive side. things that give you the freedom, that takes off your chains and allows you to enjoy your individuality. That's frowned upon. Socialism groups everybody in herds. You're safer when you're together as one. No, you're not, because there's those that control that. Remember, if you're not lead dog, the view is always the same. Okay? So, I apologize if I had brought out too expensive on this, on some of these seminars, because I was given wrong information. And we're making checks and balances ourselves about that. Because there are those out there that are disseminating bad and wrong information. They do it on purpose. And that's sad. I hate to see anybody in our groups playing those games, because we're about truth, honesty, integrity, humility. I love those things. Those will lead you right into the God state. And that's who we represent here. The higher awareness of God, the divine, the creator of all things, whatever name you want to put on it. And so we give great love to those that are doing these seminars and expanding the ability of you to learn and grow. And so Thad and Christine Boyle and all you guys that are doing your seminars, I was just over at Dr. Calabrese's, and fantastic. She's a love. Anything to help the world to get healthy and well. So thank you guys. Love you all. Love you all. And thanks. Look at this beautiful family. And there's our favorite PhDer. You know, we want to grow together as one. There are some thinking in the natural health field that's radical. That we can need to kick out of there. That we're learn more now. Coffee enema is a good example. We've learned from that. Gerson must learn from these things. But some people stay in these same patterns. The Hippocrates stay in these same patterns of vegetable thinkers and stuff like this. I grew up with vegetable thinking. Nah, God always pulled me to, wait a minute, we're frugivores. How can we eat vegetables and greens? So never forget that. The fruit is the hardest to get the ripest and to get the best flavors. And so that should be our gig, is who can raise the best fruit. That's what's exciting. And by the way, our love goes out to Barry. Poor Barry. I don't know, that he was a strong guy. Man, he can even hurt me. I'm a pretty strong farm boy. I work hard today out and digging and making fence posts, and I'm always working. But Barry was one strong man. Went and had dental work, and the anesthesia, things like this got to him, I guess, and he never was right since. So you never know. This is a hard rock to stay on anymore, especially when you start growing spiritually. It's like, claustrophobic and stuff like that. But keep your balances. Have fun with everything that you do, because if you're not having fun, then it's beating you up. And who's in control? Who's driving your car? You want to drive your own car. Be the man or woman warrior. And I just love to see all you ladies become women warriors, where you're becoming on your own. Remember, you're the love principle. We need the ladies to show the world the love, the tenderness of life. And you've got child services wanting to rip your kids away from you and stuff like that. So we're working hard. We're working with some child services in Connecticut, and they're looking. But then the mothers have to work with us and work smartly. So there's a whole lot that's going on, and it's happening in other countries, big time too. They're following suit. So each of you in each of your countries have a big deal to deal with. The battle of the unconsciousness, of the negative forces of the unconsciousness. Big battle. But remember, these are just bodies. And you exist way beyond your body. It comes and goes. So does your emotions. So does your thoughts. So you don't want to identify with all those things. You want to be who you are. Aware, awake, conscious, undefined. It's hard to define that. As soon as you try to define it, you're out of it. That's a little secret, the oxymoron. As soon as you use a but word, you're out of consciousness. You know, so it's a fun thing, exciting thing. I'm excited for the Bali seminar. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for any of you that put on these fruit festivals and things like this. Keep doing that. Keep allowing yourself to grow and help others, to introduce others to the higher levels of healing. Because we're getting testimonies worldwide, and it's like, oh my God stuff. And it's exciting to see that man is finding its remedy. But if you do not understand the lymphatic system and how it works properly, just because allopathic doesn't understand lymphatic doesn't mean we don't. And that's what this world has to get with. We're allowed to have other modalities besides allopathic thinking. Sorry, you can't dominate, and especially in this country, you break antitrust laws. And they've broken antitrust laws for years. So times are coming. You know, you can't monopolize any industry whatsoever in America, but they do. And we're here to show them that they can't. That we have a right to exist as homeopathy does and any other viable science. Naturopathy. The problem with naturopathy, it's more naturopathic medicine, which is controlled by medical thinkers. You know, our naturopathy has always been controlled by the medical community. How disgusting is that? I've always had a problem with that because they don't understand naturopathy, and yet they try to control us? No. So, you know, a lot of us have been, you know, visited by, you know, the legal people. And so, but we stand strong, all of us. And the more we all stand strong, the more that we put on these beautiful seminars and stuff, the more we educate the world in truth. And so our kids, the young people that are watching these videos, the 5-year-olds, the 6-year-olds, came up to me and was hugging me. And he said, oh, tearful. Tearful. They're getting it. They're growing up, thanks to their lovely parents, growing up healthy and learning and teaching others. Those that are writing the children's books. Beautiful. Because it helps kids to learn and grow and relate. There's no relating in medical thinking. It's all isolating. It's all making you academically narcissistic, making you smarter and more aware than others, and you don't even know what's up. It's pretty bad. You know, that's how lost these souls are, and unfortunately a lot of karma is being produced by these souls. So when you see someone in stress, it could have been a medical doctor from a last lifetime going through their karma. But we're here to help even those souls to overcome these levels of karma and to open up into these higher levels of understanding and experiencing. Because the more you understand, the more fun you can have, the more free you become. Remember Purnell, freedom, kingdom, they go together. Love you guys. Thanks for the good work, Thad, Christine, all of you guys. Thank you so much for digging in there and helping others to have fun and to learn and grow while having fun. That's fun. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you would like to submit a question for Dr. Morse to respond in a future Q&A video, please send email to questions@dmhhc.com or visit us online at drmorsesherbalhealthclub.com. If you have a specific question and would like to speak with one of our team members, please give us a call, 941-255-1979. Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.